I'm here with Graham Parker, our sales director, and I thought it might be interesting for people to hear about your journey. I understand that you joined as an apprentice many years ago, and obviously current day you serve as the sales director. So maybe you can give me a little bit about how your journey started.
Okay, so I was brought up on a farm just outside Romford in Essex, and there was Ernest Doe vans used to visit the farm. We had Ford tractors, and they used to come and mend the tractors and service the tractors and other equipment. And I marvelled at those guys who turned up because they got things going. Things that were broken, they mended, and that's something that I really wanted to do.
So how did the apprenticeship come about? How old were you? How did you go about applying?
Okay, so when I was 14, still at school, there was a work experience programme which I applied to Ernest Doe for, and I spent 2 weeks at our Fyfield depot working with the technicians, and it really enhanced my desire to want to work for the company.
So that was like a work placement. What about the apprenticeship? When did that come about?
Okay, so at 14, as I say, I did the work experience. The next couple of years I worked hard and got my O-level qualifications, and at that time when I left school I applied to Ernest Doe for an apprenticeship. After a couple of rigorous interviews, luckily I got the job, and I became an apprentice service technician at our Fyfield depot.
And how did the apprenticeship work?
I attended college, so I got qualifications in agricultural engineering, and then the rest of the time was spent in the workplace actually learning on the job.
Okay, and do we still work in that same way? I mean, how do the apprentices, are they partnered up with anybody? Do they have a mentor?
Yes, in the main. So the apprenticeship works very similar to as it did for me all those years ago. But when they're working here in the workplace, they generally have a mentor and they can learn from them.
Okay. And how long was the apprenticeship? How long did that last for you?
That was a full 4 years apprenticeship. I was lucky enough, after 3 years, I was given a service van. After the 3 year period, I was out on farm fixing and repairing and servicing machinery.
And I don't imagine you had the fortune to leap from an apprentice to sales director. Can you give me a little bit of an idea about the journey that you've taken and the different roles that you've had within the company?
Certainly. So yes, I would have loved to have leapt from apprentice to sales director, but it didn't quite happen that way. So I've been lucky enough to have various sales roles within the company, branch management roles, service management roles, and I've also run our crane import business, which is based at our Colchester depot. In the year 2000, I came to Alting as general sales manager, and then in 2004, I was proud to be offered a directorship for the company.
And I know, like you, a lot of our senior management team actually joined as apprentices. As a good proportion. So it seems that there are good career progression opportunities. But what about other people within the business? Do we have a good retention on our apprentices? Do they come and go?
Yes, it's a good career path that we offer. As a company, we certainly have a policy of promotion from within where we can. So people can start as an apprentice, they can work their way through the company. Not all the apprentices stay. There are a certain amount that join us. They might not like the job. They might not be very good at the job, but there's a vast majority that do stay. And when you look at our branch management and senior management team, certainly a lot of them have started as apprentices with the company many years ago.
And in a career spanning nearly 40 years, you're the sales director now, but what keeps you motivated? What keeps you interested, and what have you enjoyed?
Okay, well, every day is different. We can come in the morning and we really don't know what's going to come at us. But I've been lucky enough to travel the world. I've met some wonderful people, negotiated deals, learned about how different cultures like to do business. That's the thing that interests me. It's all about the business.
So you've given a good account of your career history, Graham, and very much seem an advocate of Ernest Doe and a career here.
So yeah, in nearly 40 years, I've had a great career, and it's not over yet. So I've got many years to go.
We've talked about apprentices and coming in at that level, maybe a more kind of junior start to the business. But what are your thoughts on people coming into the business mid-career, if you like?
Absolutely, we're looking for good people all the time. We're an expanding business, we're looking to go forward. So anyone with the right skills, we are really keen to talk to.